And so I kind of have a finger on the pulse of what's being said, like
Sure.
on WEEI and stuff. And there is a feeling that a lot of the criticism of Jerod Mayo feels pretty racist.
So Jerod Mayo got fired due to racism. Wow. I mean, Nick Wright, man, I know your nickname is Nick Wrong for how many terrible takes you have, but to blame Jerod Mayo's firing in any way, shape, or form due to racism in Boston, aka New England, just shows how truly ignorant you are. Any fan of the Patriots would love to have a brilliant black head coach. If I had Mike Tomlin as the head coach of the New England Patriots, I would be pretty damn happy with that because he gets his teams to the playoffs and he usually gets the best out of them. But to say because you listen to local sports radio and how you've seen trolls say DEI hire and racism is one of the factors of why Jerod Mayo didn't succeed with the Patriots just shows how truly idiotic you are. Is there racist people in Boston or in New England? Sure. But there's racist and ignorant people in every single one of these fan bases. Jerod Mayo did not get fired because of the color of his skin. He got fired because of the content of his character. Mayo loved to say a lot of things in a post-game press conference that he would usually have to walk back. It showed how wildly inexperienced he was and how truly he was underprepared to take over as a head coach at the NFL level. Now, could Mayo go to a different franchise and eventually become a successful head coach? Absolutely. But to make it very clear, Mayo was never even a coordinator in the NFL. And generally, when you're going to be the head coach, you at least need to know how to run one side of the ball before you take on that mantle. That's why you've seen brilliant offensive and defensive coordinators get head coaching gigs, because they've gone through the ringer and they understand, like, all right, this is what is needed to succeed. Mayo sucked as a coach. He was terrible in press conferences and all for the more openness and inclusivity. Where did it get the Patriots? Right back where they were last season as one of the worst teams in the NFL. Is it all on Jerod? No. The front office has a lot to answer for. But to claim racism is the reasoning of his firing is ridiculous. I mean, if we're gonna be really freaking frank here, the only reason Jerod Mayo got this job was because of nepotism. He had it written in his contract that he was the chosen son. They got rid of Belichick, one of the greatest coaches of all time, and replaced him with a Muppet that had no idea what he was doing on either side of the ball. Listen, I understand things weren't going perfectly in New England when Belichick got fired, and he does have some blame for the poor drafting. But this past year, besides Drake May, another swing and a miss in the draft. There's a lot of changes that need to happen in New England. I personally would like to see them clean out the front office completely because they are all inept at their job. That aside, you have Mike Vrabel, Ben Johnson out there as possible candidates. It would be absolutely foolish to keep Jerod Mayo on if you could get a massive upgrade as a head coach. Vrabel and Johnson are far better candidates. Vrabel has been a head coach at the NFL level with some success. Johnson could bring out the best in Drake May with his offensive coordinator success. These are two candidates I could be really excited about if I'm a New England Patriots fan. And it's not because they're white, it's because they're good at their job. That's how it should be. If you're gonna be there on national television and say that Jerod Mayo's firing has some inklings of racism in it because of some trolls on the internet, it just shows how poorly you do your job, Nick Wright, and how at any turn you'll try to make any situation racism. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. See you in the next one.